The offer is still on the table. They've not pulled it. The only thing I heard that would counter that would be that part of the deal that was offered to Ryan Fitzpatrick was that training camp starts. Day one of training camp, when the veterans have to be there by collective bargaining agreement, if he has not accepted it by then, at that point, they will take the offer off the table.
All right, so the point being is that at least the money is significant money is there. Maybe it's not
the minimum of $15 million. So it could grow to double
so maybe
that.
he doesn't want to buy that into it, and you got to really understand the mechanisms of the contract and all that other stuff. But as long as the Jets are still offering that money,
and that's tomorrow training camp opens,
right, they cannot be totally sold on Geno Smith.
No,
because if they were totally sold on Geno Smith, why would you offer him any money?
Well, how could you be totally sold on Geno Smith, right? He didn't play last year. So I think their druthers are that Ryan Fitzpatrick's a starting quarterback. But there's no reason to negotiate against yourself, and there's no reason, as much as you like the guy. I mean, put it in the regular world. If you owned a business and you have a guy making pizzas for you, and that guy's the best pizza maker you ever had, so you want to pay him $50 an hour, right?
Okay.
And that overpays him based on last year when he first came to your pizza place. You paid him $5 an hour, and now you're paying him $50. And there's not another pizza place in town.
That's the point.
That's got a job for him. You're the only game in town. If he wants to make pizza, he's got to work for you. And you're giving him 10 times what you gave him last year, right?
Well,
Why would you offer him more? You don't have to.
It's the old supply and demand.
Absolutely.
So the supply is one starting quarterback. The demand happens to be one team.
Right.
Because the other 31 teams basically have their starting quarterback.
And you can no longer, and Ryan Fitzpatrick, and I'm saying how he should feel, so shame on me, you can no longer be offended or upset by the money because it's a game. You played it, they played it. In this one instance, they won.
It's a business.
And let me rephrase that. They won only from the standpoint of what your perceived value was. They're still giving you, according to the last one I read, $15 million guaranteed.
Well,
12 this year, 3 next year.
They certainly won last year because they got a $15 million performance and only paid $3.5 million for it. So they won last year. The Jets did.
Yeah.
Essentially. So
and Ryan Fitzpatrick is, listen, the Jets are being fair. He had a great year. He's guaranteed $15 million.
And I would just say this. As far as Ryan Fitzpatrick is concerned, he's only been here a year.
Right.
Right? I mean, he's been here 1 year. This is not a 10-year vet. This is not a guy that's led the team to, 5 different times to the playoffs and 2 Super Bowl MVPs like Eli Manning did.
No, that's right. That's right. He's going to make $12 million guaranteed this year. And then the way I read it was year 2, the guarantee parts 3, the whole value could be guaranteed to 36.
I get exactly what the Jets are trying to do, and I get exactly what Mike McCagnon's thinking. He's thinking, look, if we have Ryan Fitzpatrick as our starting quarterback going past this year, we're doing something wrong.
Right.
We have to get a young guy in there.
Quarterbacks on the roster.
We got to get somebody in here that's going to bring a level of energy and youthful, kind of like excitement and all that other stuff. I don't know if any one of these guys has it, but
right.
I think if Ryan Fitzpatrick is your quarterback 4 years from now,
no, that means
wrong.
that 3 draft picks all in the first 2 rounds didn't pan out. I mean, here's the other thing: if Fitzpatrick is the quarterback, you put one of the other guys on the practice squad, right?
You would think so.
And you're not putting Geno Smith on the practice squad.
Or you're cutting him.
And they're not going to cut Geno Smith.
So that's Bryce
They've
Petty.
been so resolute in their belief in Geno Smith, it's vomitrocious.
Well, then.
Like, they buy into... And by the way, this is on the record, off the record, microphone, not a microphone. I've asked. They adore Geno Smith to the point of, literally, I wanted to vomit because... what have we seen?
Well, I mean, it's like Bart Scott said. There's a physical ability there that, is very rarely seen. The ability to throw the ball, the ability to throw the ball deep. Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't have that. But then again, neither did Troy Aikman, neither did, Joe Montana.
Right.
They had the ability to throw the ball highly accurately under 20 yards, and then, you don't really have to throw the ball 60 yards downfield.
No. So, listen, it all starts tomorrow. If you're a diehard Jet fan, you know everything else. You know who's playing where. You know who's who. It's just that the one thing you don't know happens to be the single most important thing you need to know. Who's the effing quarterback on this lousy effing team?